guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Florrie Sparks, and today we are going to draft our basic sleeve pattern, the long sleeve to be precise. So now we draw our starting point line. From my shoulder to my elbow is 10 inches. From my shoulder to my tripod, that is tripod here is just after my elbow. My tripod is 16 inches. Then my full sleeve length is 25 inches plus my 1-inch sewing allowance, making it 26 inches. Okay, I'll extend my lines. Okay, my cap height is 4 inches. How you get your cap height is your bust divided by 12 plus 0.5. My bust is 42 divided by 12 plus 0.5 is 4 inches. So my cap height is 4 inches. 4 inches here. I'll extend the line. And then at my starting point, I'll come in by 4 inches this way. Okay, so I will extend this line to meet my cap height. Okay, so my round armhole is 19 inches divided by 2 is 9.5. So I'll mark it here, 9.5 plus 1-inch sewing allowance, or 1.5 sewing allowance, 1.5 inch sewing allowance. Okay, so the round of my round armhole measurement. Okay, now, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to draw a curve from this place, but before that I'll measure this line. It's 4 inches divided by 2 is 2 inches. So this will determine how I'll curve my cap height. So from this point now, I'll curve it this way. You can use your pattern curve. Then from here, okay, this is my cap height. So the round of my armhole, that is the circumference of my armhole measurement is 13 inches divided by 2 is 6.5 here, plus 1.5 inch sewing allowance, which is here. Okay, so my tripod here is from my shoulder to after my elbow is my tripod circumference. My tripod circumference is 11.5 inches divided by 2 is 5.7 inches here, 5.7 inches here, plus my 1.5 sewing inch allowance, my 1.5 sewing allowance here. So here now is my full sleeve length, which is 25. I'm going to mark it at this my sewing allowance. So my round ankle here, sorry, my round wrist here is 8 inches. My round wrist here is 8 inches plus 1 inch sewing allowance. 8 inches divided by 2 is 4 with my sewing allowance of 1 inch, making it here mark it here. So now I'll join my lines. So you know our armhole normally is not straight at this point. It's not straight. Our armhole is not straight. So I'll join this way. Okay. So I'll use my ruler to join here. Now this is our long sleeve measurement. You know our sleeve is not straight, so that is why it's like this slant and then here straight. So now from this long sleeve pattern, if you want your sleeve to be short sleeve, you can fold it from here. Depending on how you want it, you can fold your pattern from here. But before folding, you give your sewing allowance maybe of 1 inch here, and cut maybe of 1 inch here for joining. If you want half sleeve, if you want short sleeve, you can add your 1 inch allowance here and then cut from that your sewing allowance. Don't cut direct, but if you cut direct, you add your sewing allowance to your sewing material, to your working piece. If you want your 3/4, you can fold it from this 3/4 here. This is short sleeve. Let me label it. This is for short sleeve. If you want short sleeve, this is the 3/4. That's your 3/4 sleeve from your shoulder to after your elbow. This is your 3/4. Then if you want your long sleeve, I've added my sewing allowance already here. I've added my sewing allowance already here. So now this time to cut.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.